where the willow branches lean, where the river hums a sorrow like an old broke tambourine. Mama said, child, be gentle, keep your trouble out of sight. But the dark kept pulling on me like a freight train in the night. I'm a Blackwater Ramblin' woman with a storm behind my eyes. Got them Juke joint blues rising like the smoke that fills the sky. Hear them hardwood floors start shaking when my lonely song begins. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through again. Met a drifter by the jukebox with a bottle and a grin. Said my laugh sounded wicked like a back row violin. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the wind, but you can't cage a restless heart once the rambling pulls you in. I'm that Blackwater Ramblin' woman with a fire down in my chest. When the slide guitar starts crying, Lord, my soul won't ever rest. Hear the ballroom crowd go quiet when my reggae blues take flight. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before first light. Sometimes he just walks beside. I'm that Blackwater Ramblin' woman, singing low and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the back roads that I know. When the needle stops its turning and the ballroom fades from time, you might hear my ghost still singing in the scratch between the lines. I was born by the bayou where the cypress shadows fall, where the river keeps a secret and the whippoorwills call. Mama said, girl, stay gentle, keep your feet on holy ground. But the night wind kept on whispering, there's a wilder road in town. I'm that bayou midnight woman, got a low flame in my chest. When the bottle starts to talking, Lord, my heart won't ever rest. Hear the old floor start to shaking when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold me close now, I'll be gone just like the wind. Oh. Saw a preacher by the doorway with a Bible in his hand. Said a devil walks beside me every mile of this land. But the jukebox hums a hymn when the whiskey pours like rain, and that steel guitar keeps crying like a southbound midnight train. I'm that bayou midnight woman with a restless gambler's soul. Got the backroom blues a burning like a fire in the coals. Every town I leave behind me keeps my echo in the night. But a rambling heart keeps rolling when the wheels start turning right. Ooh, hang low on the Delta line, I-9 on my way through the turpentine pines. I ain't hiding from the devil tonight. Sometimes we walk the same road home. I'm that bayou midnight woman, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the long low roads that I know. When the needle stops its spinning and the barroom fades from sight, you might hear my ragged blues song drifting through the southern night. I was raised by a dirt road where the tall grass bends low, by a shack with a tin roof humming soft and the wind slow blow. Mama prayed for mercy, said the Lord would guide my way, but the night had other plans for me and I never learned to stay. I'm a tin roof rebel woman with a bottle in my hand. Got the back door blues are burning like a fire in the sand. Hear them old boards start to tremble when my lonely song begins. If you try to tie my rambling heart, it'll break 'em ropes again. Met a gambler in the corner where the jukebox glowed dim. Said my laugh sounded wicked like a midnight church hymn. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper of my name, but the road keeps pulling harder like a runaway freight train. I'm a tin roof rebel woman with a restless kind of soul. Got them juke joint blues a howling like the river in a flood. Hear that slide guitar a-crying through the smoky neon light. Love me quick and love me reckless, I'll be gone before first light. Moon hang crooked over cotton fields tonight. I know it weeping through the southern pines. I ain't running from the devil, no. Sometimes he just walks beside. I'm that tin roof rebel woman, singing rough and singing low. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the long roads that I know. When the record stops its turning and the barroom lights go dim, you might hear my ragged blues drifting on the delta wind. I was born where the red dirt clings to a sinner's heel, by a crooked little river and a rusted wagon wheel. Mama said, girl, don't wander where the dark winds roam, but I heard that lonesome highway calling like a long lost home. I'm a dust road Jezebel with a wildfire in my bones, laughing through the thunder, Lord, I never stay too long. Hear them barroom boys are rattling when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through again. Said the devil's got my number like 100 girls before. But the jukebox hums a sweeter kind of gospel late at night, and the slide guitar keeps whispering everything will be alright. I'm a dust road Jezebel with a storm behind my smile. Got the back porch blues howling like a train gone half a mile. Every town I leave behind me keeps a rumor in the wind, but you can't chain down a rambling heart once the road gets under skin. County line, crying like a ghost in the pines. I ain't running from the devil, honey, half them roads are mine. I'm that dust road Jezebel, burning slow and burning bright. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble of 100 southern nights. When this old record's through spinning in a barroom fades in time, you might hear my ragged singing in the scratch between the lines. After a hard night of rain, Mama said, child, keep praying, keep your dress buttoned tight. But the blues came knocking on me in the middle of the night. I'm a gravel road voodoo woman, got a slow burn in my veins. When the slide guitar starts moaning, you can't hear my kind of pain. Hear them old barroom boys shiver when my lonesome song begins. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll break your hands again. Saw a tired old preacher standing by the tavern light. Said the devil's been my shadow every mile tonight. But the jukebox hums a gospel when the whiskey pours like rain, and that crooked steel guitar keeps crying like a southbound midnight train. I'm that gravel road voodoo woman with a laugh like summer thunder. Got them juke joint blues rolling like a river pulling under. Every town I leave behind me keeps a rumor in the wind, but a wild-born heart keeps rambling once the road gets under skin. Moon hang crooked on a Delta County line. Moon hang crooked on a Delta County line. And I go well through the tall pine line. And I go well through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we just walk the same road. I'm that gravel road voodoo woman, singing rough and singing low. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the long roads that I know. When the needle quits its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in a scratch between the lines. I was born by a muddy bend where the tall reeds sway, in a shack with a screen door rattling half the day. Mama said, girl, be careful, keep your trouble hid. But the night cat whispering secrets about the kind of life I live. I'm a copperhead woman, got a slow strike in my soul. When the slide guitar starts moaning, Lord, it takes its toll. Hear them Juke joint boards start groaning when my ragged blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, you won't catch it in the end. Met a drifter by the jukebox with a crooked little grin. Said the devil likes my laughter and the trouble that I'm in. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the breeze. But you can't chain down a wild heart any more than you can the sea. I'm that copperhead woman with a wildfire in my chest. Got the back room blues a growling, never let a body rest. Hear that steel guitar crying through the smoky yellow light. Love me quick and love me reckless. I'll be gone before daylight. Moon hang low on a crooked river line. High night, cry through the delta pines. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we share the same road. I'm that copperhead woman, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops turning and the ballroom fades from sight, you might hear my lonely blues song drifting through the southern night. I was born by a crooked bend where the whiskey river rolls, where the night birds cry and the cypress moss hangs low. Mama said, child, don't wander where the dark roads wind. But the blues came knocking softly, said, girl, you're one of mine. I'm a whiskey river runaway, got a restless kind of soul. When that old slide guitar starts crying, Lord, I lose control. Hear them juke joint floorboards tremble when my ragged blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through again. But a gambler by the jukebox with a bottle in his hand said my laugh sounded wicked across this delta land. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the wind. But you can't cage a rambling heart once the road pulls you in. I'm that whiskey river runaway with a wildfire in my chest. Got them backroom blues a growling, never let a poor heart rest. Hear that steel guitar wailing through the smoking neon light. Love me quick and love me reckless. I'll be gone before daylight. Moon hang low on a dusty county line. nook a cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we just walk side by side on that whiskey river on the way, singing low and singing slow. Kiss my lips, your taste the trouble from the long road that I know. When the old record stops, it's turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my lonely blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born by a river bend where the cane grass sighs, where the freight trains cry under midnight skies. Mama said, girl, stay honest, keep your good name clean. But the blues got a hold of my footsteps somewhere down in New Orleans. I'm a river band hellcat with a bottle in my hand. Got them Juke joint blues, they're growling all across this southern land. Hear the floorboards start to thunder when my lonely song begins. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through your hands. Met a card-sharp drifter by the jukebox glow. Said my laugh sounded wicked in the lamplight low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a story in the breeze, but a wild-born soul keeps drifting like a boat without a breeze. I'm that river bend hellcat with a storm behind my eyes. Got the backroom blues howling like a train at midnight cries. Hear the rusty slide guitar sing through the smoky yellow light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before first light. County line, I know I cried through the Delta Pines. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes he just walks beside. I'm that river bend hellcat, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops, it's turning and the ballroom fades from sight, you might hear my ragged blues song drifting through the southern night. I was born where the back alley meets the river mud, where the screen door bangs and the night smell of blood. Mama said, girl, don't wonder where the bad men play, but the blues kept calling my name from the other side of the bay. I'm a back alley Delta queen with a wildfire in my veins. Got them barroom blues you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through your hand. Met a slow-talking gambler by the jukebox glow. Said my voice sounded wicked in the lantern low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the wind, but a rambling soul keeps rolling where the dark roads bend again. I'm that back alley Delta queen with a storm behind my smile. Got them juke joint blues a howling, heard a country mile. Hear that rusty slide guitar cry through the smoke and neon light. Love me quick and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Moon halo on a crooked river line, all night cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight, sometimes we walk the same road. I'm that back alley Delta queen, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in a scratch between the lines. I was born where the gravel meets a crooked county line, where the river runs slow and the moon don't shine. Mama said, girl, don't wonder where the night men roam, but the blues came knocking softly, said this road's your home. I'm a crossroad, honey, fire with a slow burn in my soul. When the slide guitar starts crying, Lord, it takes control. Hear them juke joint boys start rattling when my lonely song begins. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through your hand. Met a long cold drifter by the jukebox light. Till my laugh sounded wicked in the smoky night. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the breeze, but a wild-born heart keeps rolling like the river to the sea. Oh, I'm that crossroad, honey, fire with a storm behind my eyes. Got the back room blues a howling like a midnight train's cries. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the yellow lantern light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before first light. Moon hang low on a Delta County line. I might not cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight, sometimes we walk the same road. I'm that crossroad, where the cypress lean over muddy tide, where the night bugs sing and the slow boats glide. Mama said, girl, keep praying, keep your good shoes clean. But the blues come creeping through the screen door like a ghost you ain't never seen. I'm a cypress moon trouble woman, got a slow burn in my bones. When that old slide guitar starts a moaning, Lord, I can't stay home. Hear the juke joint floor start shaking when my ragged song begins. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through your hands. Met a riverboat drifter by the jukebox glow. Said my voice sound wicked when the land is low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in a breeze, but a wild heart keeps on drifting like the tide through southern trees. I'm that cypress moon trouble woman, with a storm behind my smile. Got them barroom blues a-howling, heard for half a mile. Hear that steel guitar start crying through the smoke and yellow light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Moon hang crooked on a Delta County line. Oh mine, I cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we share the same road. I'm that cypress moon trouble woman, cypress moon trouble, singing low and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my lonely blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born where the cane fields meet the river bend, where the night runs thick and the dirt roads never end. Mama said, girl, keep straight, don't chase a midnight calls. But the blues came through my window like a train through broken walls. I'm a bootleg moonshine woman, got a slow fire in my veins. When that old slide guitar starts crying, Lord, it calls my name. Hear them juke joint boards start rattling when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through again. Met a back road drifter by the jukebox glow. Said my voice sounded wicked when the lights hung low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a rumor in the wind, but a wild-born soul keeps wandering where the dark roads bend again. I'm that bootleg moonshine woman with a storm behind my smile. Got them barroom sometimes we walk the same road. I'm that bootleg moonshine woman, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the long roads that I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born where the cotton rows meet a dusty lane, where the night wind hums like a slow freight train. Mama said, girls, stay gentle, keep your head bowed low. But the blues kept knocking on my screen door, saying, child, it's time to go. I'm that cotton field hellfire woman with a slow burn in my chest. When the slide guitar starts crying, Lord, my soul won't rest. Hear them juke joint floorboards thunder when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through your hand. By the jukebox light, said my laugh sounded wicked in the smoky night. Every town I leave behind me keeps a rumor in the breeze, but a wild-born heart keeps wandering like the river to the sea. I'm that cotton field hellfire woman, the storm behind my smile. Got them barroom blues are howling, heard for miles and miles. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the yellow lantern light. Love me quick and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Oh, moon ain't crooked on a Delta County line. I could cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we walk the same road. I'm that cotton field hellfire woman, singing rough and singing low. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born where the delta wind drifts through the cane, where the river runs after a hard night of rain. Mama said, child, be careful, keep your trouble out of sight. But the blues slipped under my doorway late one southern night. I'm a Delta smoke woman, got a slow fire in my veins. When that old slide guitar starts crying, you can hear my kind of pain. Hear them juke joint boys start shaking when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through again. Met a tall, dark drifter by the Juke Boggs glow. He said my laugh sounded wicked in the lantern glow. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the wind, but you can't cage a rambling heart once the road gets under skin. I'm that Delta smoke woman with the storm behind my smile. Got them barroom blues a howling, heard a country mile. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the haze and neon light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. County line, Monica cried through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we share the same road. I'm that Delta smoke woman, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born where the dirt road danced by a crooked pine, where the river runs slow by the county line. Mama said, child, don't wander where the night winds play. But the blues came knocking on my window, said, girl, come out and sway. I'm a graveyard you wanna, got a slow flame in my chest. When the slide guitar starts crying, Lord, my soul won't rest. Yeah, them old barroom boards start trembling when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through your hands. Met a road-worn drifter by the jukebox blow. Said my voice sounded wicked when the lights hung low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the breeze, but a wild-born heart keeps rambling like the tide through southern trees. I'm that graveyard juke woman with a storm out of my smile. Got them back room blues a howling, heard a country mile. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the smoke and lantern light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we walk the same road. I'm that graveyard juke woman, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born by the bayou where the black mud clings, where the night birds buzz and the old church rings. Mama said, child, keep walking on a straight dirt line. But the blues kept calling my name from the dark side of the pine. I'm a low down bayou belle with a slow burn in my veins. When that slide guitar starts moaning, you can hear my kind of pain. Hear them juke joint bolts start rattling when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through your hands. Little Cupid had drifted by the jukebox glow. Said my lad sounded wicked in the lantern low. Every time I leave behind me keeps a rumor in the wind, but you can't cage a restless soul once the road gets on the skin. I'm that low down bayou belle with a scorn behind my smile. Got them backroom blues a howling, heard a country mile. Yeah, that rusty slide guitar sing to the smoking yellow light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Moon hang low on a crooked delta line. I'm a nook cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we share the same road. I'm that low down bayou dell, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born where the back road dust meets the delta rain, where the night train cries like a heart in pain. Mama said, child, don't wander past the county line, but the blues kept knocking on my window every single night in time. I'm a back road whiskey siren with a slow burn in my chest. When that old slide guitar starts crying, Lord, my soul won't rest. Hear them juke joint boards start shaking when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through your hands. Met a long cold drifter by the jukebox glow. Said my laugh sounded wicked when the lights hung low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the wind, but a rambling heart keeps rolling where the dark roads bend again. I'm that back road whiskey siren with a storm behind my smile. Got them barroom blues a howling herd a country mile. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the smoking lantern light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Siren, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines. I was born where the levee road bends by the muddy stream, where the freight wheels moan like a half-lost dream. Mama said, child, keep praying, keep your shoes on tight. But the blues came crawling through the screen door in the middle of the night. I'm a 10-cup Delta woman with a slow burn in my soul. When that slide guitar starts talking, Lord, it takes control. Hear them juke joint floorboards tremble when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through your hands. Met a back alley drifter by the jukebox light. Said my laugh sounded wicked in the smoky night. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the breeze, but a wild-born heart keeps wandering like the river to the seas. I'm that 10-cup Delta woman with a storm behind my smile. Got them barroom blues a howling, heard a country mile. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the dim kerosene light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Moon hang low on a crooked levee line. I'm out of the crowd through the tall pine line. I I was born where the levee road meets a muddy tide, where the freight train moans and the dog birds glide. Mama said, girl, stay humble, keep your prayers at night. But the blues kept knocking on my window by the pale moonlight. I'm a levee road hellbell with a slow fire in my bones. When the slide guitar starts crying, Lord, I can't stay home. Hear them juke joint floorboards rattling when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my shadow, it'll slip right through your hands. Met a hard luck drifter by the jukebox glow. Said my voice sounded wicked when the lamps burn low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the breeze, but a wild-born heart keeps rambling like the river to the seas. I'm that levee road hellbell with a storm behind my smile. Got them barroom blues a-howling, heard a country mile. Hear that rusty slide guitar sing through the smoke and land and light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. County line, I learned to cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil tonight. Sometimes we share the same road. I'm that levee road hellbell, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops its turning and the barroom fades from time, you might hear my ragged blues song in the scratch between the lines, in the scratch between the lines, in the scratch between the lines. A river bend where the screen door slams and the long nights never end. Mama said, girl, stay quiet, keep your head bowed low. But the blues came drifting through the window like a wind I couldn't slow. I'm a dusty juke joint devil with a slow fire in my veins. When the slide guitar starts crying, Lord, it calls my name. Hear them old floorboards shaking when my lonely blues begin. If you try to hold my rambling heart, it'll slip right through your hands. I met a tall, dark drifter by the jukebox glow. Said my laugh sounded wicked when the lamps burn low. Every town I leave behind me keeps a whisper in the breeze, but a wild-born heart keeps wandering like the river to the seas. I'm the dusty juke joint devil with a storm behind my smile. Got them backroom blues a-howling, heard a country mile. Hear the rusty slide guitar sing through the smoke and lantern light. Love me fast and love me reckless, I'll be gone before daylight. Moon hang low on a crooked delta line. High night I cry through the tall pine line. I ain't running from the devil, Sometimes we share the same road. I'm the dusty Juke, joint devil, singing rough and singing slow. Kiss my lips, you'll taste the trouble from the dusty roads I know. When the old record stops, it's turning, and the ballroom fades from time. You might hear my ragged blues song and scratch between the lines.